Hi, and welcome to Living in El Paso, Texas. My name is John Peña, and in this episode, we're going to talk about who's moving to El Paso, Texas. Hi, thank you so much for checking out the YouTube channel, Living in El Paso, Texas. My name is John Peña. I'm a real estate agent here in El Paso, Texas, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit at the end of this video. So if you are considering making a move to El Paso, please consider sticking around towards the end of the video. Otherwise, really what I want to do for this kind of Christmas, New Year's 2021 episode is just to kind of talk a little bit about our experience in the El Paso real estate market and essentially talk a little bit about who's moving to El Paso, because there's a lot of people that are moving to El Paso, and we have had the great fortune to work with a large number of them over the last 2 years. And a lot of times, I talk to people that are from El Paso. They've been here, for a long time, and we get to chatting, and they're, I'm in real estate, and I have this YouTube channel, and people are moving, and they're always like, "Who's moving to El Paso?" Let me tell you who's moving to El Paso. First of all, awesome people. A lot of people that are kind, generous, happy, go-getters, motivated, just great people. So for all of the people that we have helped move here, it really has been our honor and our privilege to serve you. And so we're so glad that we've made your acquaintance. Many of you have become friends, and I still keep in touch with all of these people. We try to stay top of mind with them, and so it's always so fun just to hear how they're doing, and so far so good with all of these folks. So to be more specific though about who's moving to El Paso, I can break it down kind of into a couple of categories. First of all, there are younger folks who are moving here, and they are essentially remote workers. So everybody is well aware of the fact that, in 2020, COVID blew us all up, and one of the outcomes of COVID has been that a lot of people can work remotely, right? So they can keep their job, but they no longer have to go into an office. The commute to work and the commute back from work, for a lot of folks, that's been negated. That is no more. And so what also comes with the ability to work from home is that, guess what? Now you might have been living in a city that's really expensive. You're chewing up a lot of your expenses in rent, cost of living. And so people are looking for alternatives to that. And guess what? El Paso marks a lot of the boxes because, one, it's very, very affordable here. I mean, we've done the videos. Cost of living, affordability is very good here. And so it's also a place where, with that affordability, your dollar goes a lot longer. So a lot of these folks who are remote workers, they're going to keep making the same amount of money, or even if their salary gets adjusted to take into account where they're living, they're still coming out better financially because they've relocated to a market like El Paso where the cost of living is much lower. So, and also, to tell you the truth, now, everybody wants their dollar to go further, but a lot of these folks are also moving from places where maybe the weather wasn't that great. Maybe we're in a northern climate and they're dealing with snow and blizzards and, power outages and wildfires, hurricanes, earthquakes, whatever it is. Well, guess what? El Paso has a very moderate climate. Right now it's December 24th, 2021. I'm sitting outside of my house in a long sleeve shirt. There's a nice breeze. It's probably, 65 degrees out, and it's like 11:30 in the morning. The sun's starting to pop out, so it's pretty nice weather-wise. So anyway, a lot of folks that are moving to El Paso, remote workers. So if you're a remote worker, you know, you might want to look into El Paso, and we've created this channel for you essentially to help you see what the city's like, what it offers. And yeah, it's going to be great for a lot of people, but it's not going to be great for everybody. You know, we obviously totally understand that, but we wanted to be the folks out there who were giving you that value add information so that you can look and see for yourself, get a better idea of if it's the right place for you. So who else is maybe moving to El Paso? Well, believe it or not, there are a lot of folks who are retired and are moving to El Paso. Now, you might be thinking, well, wait a second, if you've watched any of these videos, you know that one of the biggest, or not one of, the biggest objection we get to folks who are moving to looking to buy a home in El Paso is property taxes. Again, our property taxes are about 3% of the appraised value, right? So that is a little bit steeper than what some people are used to. And we can always say, hey, there's no state income tax, but if you're retired and you're not drawing a salary or making any income, well, that really doesn't do much for you, right? That doesn't offset the property taxes. Regardless, there are still a lot of people who are choosing to retire who are coming to El Paso. Why do I think this is because even though you might pay, or you will pay, you know, 3% more or less in property taxes, the cost of homes is still so ridiculously low that it's still okay, right? Our average priced home is still hovering around $200,000. I've said this a million times. This is not some shack down by the bad side of town, and there really aren't any bad sides of town to begin with, but this is a nice 3-4 bedroom house that's even newer, say in Horizon City, the Far East, the Northeast, okay? So lots of retired folks are also moving here. So those are the two main groups that I really see making the move. There's also plenty of folks who are relocating for work. You know, they're actually, Amazon just opened a big old distribution center in Horizon City. There's a lot of folks who are coming to work at Amazon. There are a lot of folks in the transportation industry who are moving to El Paso. El Paso has a very strong transportation industry. There are lots of folks in healthcare, the service industry, and so there are also just a number of folks who are looking for either that affordability, that nicer weather, or, how do I say this tactfully, they're looking for some place where the people are nice, where the people are not so wound up, maybe is a politically correct way to say it. And what I mean by that is El Paso still feels like a very wholesome, family-oriented community of people. And El Paso has not even broken a million people population-wise. We're still around, I don't know exactly what the right number is. It's above 600,000, but I can't get a good fix on it. Let's say 600, 700,000 more or less, which is a lot of people. However, it still feels like a community. It still feels like the type of place where your neighbors are looking out for you, where everybody kind of wants the same thing, just a nice, friendly, cool place to live and have a good life. And so that's a lot different than some of these other places, we won't name names, that are really wound up tight, whether it's because of politics or some other narrative that's happening. There's a lot of people that don't want to be in those types of chaotic, anxious, anxiety-inducing cities, quite honestly, and why would you? Unless that's really your thing, most people would prefer to have to live in a place where life's more comfortable, I guess. And so we are seeing a ton of people who are just, you know, quitting their jobs wherever they're at, and then they're moving here, getting a job, and, you know, enjoying the good life, so to speak. Am I biased? Of course, absolutely. But I love El Paso. I will gladly be the ambassador of El Paso. And so then, like I said, I'll wrap that section up. just I hope for some people that ask that question, like I said, that's kind of who, in my humble opinion, who we're seeing move to El Paso. And with that, let me do a little bit of self-promotion, which I feel pretty good that we don't do a lot of that on the channel. But myself, as Peña El Paso, we have been so fortunate. You know, we're going on our second year here, and in the very first video that I ever did, I said we chose El Paso because one of the reasons is that we wanted to start a business, right? And we've definitely done that. And over the last 2 years, it's primarily been myself who's been the head of driving that real estate business. And we are super excited because we have grown so much because of, quite honestly, you and the viewers and this YouTube channel. And we have positioned ourselves to really try to own that relocating buyer market. And so I am so excited to announce that my wife, Leah, has quit her job in healthcare and is getting her real estate license. I have hired another young man. You've seen him on some of the recent videos, Alejandro Sosa, or Alex. He is getting his real estate license. And so we are super excited because up to this point, you have, if you've worked with us, you've essentially worked with me, and I've been, you know, the primary agent to help you make this transition to finding a home, getting under contract on a home, closing on the home, and sort of breaking into the real estate scene here. And if you've been a buyer, you know that this has not been easy, right? With the seller's market, things have been pretty challenging. So I feel pretty confident that I've serviced all of our buyers pretty well. I think our reviews on Google and what have you uphold that statement. And so at this point, we are so excited because from now on, if you are a relocating buyer and you reach out to us, you are not necessarily getting just one real estate agent. You are actually getting 3 real estate agents now, because now we're going to have Alex be the agent who helps you find the home. He is focused on helping you find the perfect home. How do we help you do this? You send us addresses if you're not in town, and we go out and we make videos of these homes that you're interested in. And the purpose of our videos is to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of these homes. We want you to buy a home that you love. We want you to end up in a neighborhood that you love. We are not just looking for the quick buck here. We are not running on commission breath. We want to find you a fantastic home. If that means showing you 2 homes and then you find one that you love and that's it, great. If we end up showing you 20 homes and it's not until home number 20 that you fall in love, fine. We work for you. We want you to have a great home here in El Paso. Alex is going to be the agent who is dedicated to helping you find that home. Once you find those homes and you start making offers, that's where I am going to essentially take over the head of the ship, negotiate on your behalf, help you understand how to write a good offer that has a chance of getting accepted without overpaying. This is what I am going to specialize in, negotiating and working on your behalf, because when it comes down to it, getting under contract is the thing that has the biggest pull on your financial wallet, so to speak, right? So once you get under contract, Leah is going to take over, because once you get under contract, then we have to coordinate that transaction, inspections, repair amendments, appraisals, all of that till closing. Leah is going to handle that part of it. She is the details person. You essentially, if you hire Peña El Paso to help you find a home, to help you make that relocation to El Paso, like I said, 2021, 2020, you were essentially hiring 1 agent. Now we are so excited because, you know, essentially you are getting 3 agents for the price of 1, and I can promise you that we will do the absolute best for you in helping you find the great home. So, end the self-promotion, begin the holiday wishes. To all of you who have watched the channel, you know, some of you the very first person who ever commented on the YouTube channel, Jason, I still talk to Jason. So, you know, we've made so many friends and acquaintances through this channel. It really has been a blessing for us, and so we want to, you know, give that back as much as we can. So, you know, our warmest holiday wishes to you for Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, all of that. We hope that you are all doing absolutely great out there. If there is anything that we can do for you, if you are considering making a move to El Paso, please consider reaching out to us. We are starting to target those higher end sellers also out there because, you know, quite honestly, a lot of the relocating buyers are coming from markets where they were able to sell their existing house for a lot of money, and then they move to El Paso, and all of a sudden they're in a position where they can buy, you know, the $300,000 to $500,000 houses. And so we would like to position ourselves to be the one helping those sellers at those price points sell those homes, because we would prefer to match up our relocating buyers with our sellers and get a good deal for everybody. So happy holidays to everybody. Thank you, YouTube. It really has been the main breadwinner of our business, and we're excited to also not only continue to showcase the city and all of the amazing things and the people that reside in it, but we're also excited to kind of start to show some of the lifestyle stuff, you know, some of the trips that you can do, so that not only, you know, are you going to get information about the real estate market here, but you're going to get information about what kind of things there are to do here in El Paso. You know, what kind of restaurants, what kind of retail, what kind of nonprofits, what kind of volunteer opportunities, all of that. You know, we want to be your one-stop shop for all things related to El Paso. And so we couldn't be more excited. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic holidays, and here's to 2022. May it be a fantastic year for all of us. Thank you so much. Have a great day.